average again. But Sheldon, this is exactly the pullback that you said we're going to get, right?
Of course, buddy, of course. We knew there was going to be selling pressure, and that's okay. It's not about... We knew there was going to be a turn. Exciting stuff. I got quite a exciting show coming up here today to see what's possible and what's next. So this is healthy. This is good.
Amazing. So Bitcoin has been rejected again by the 200-day moving average. Good thing, bad thing. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So welcome to Crypto Banter. I'm Crypto Man Run. That was Sheldon the Sniper. We're here 3 times every single day. And we're increasing it now to like 4 times, Freddie? This week, yeah. Caught up into Freddie's headphones. So welcome. If you're new to our channel, subscribe to our channel, join our community, like our content, get the content out there to people in the crypto universe. Sniper School, yes, let's talk about Sniper School. So if you know anybody that is looking to get into crypto, people that are not in crypto, people that need crypto school to help them build their first portfolio, remember, applications are open. We are closing applications later this week. We've got over 10,000 applications, so we need to close applications this week. And we're going to select 100 people. Remember, this is the school for people who are new to crypto. This is not Sniper School. Sniper School is coming probably in a week or 2, and that's when we're going to take applications over here for Sniper School, which is where all the degens want everything else. Let's get straight into the show today. Let's not waste any more time. We want to get straight into the show. There's lots of content to cover. Let's go look at the charts. And let's get my man, Sheldino, on the stream. Sheldino.
Yo, yo, yo. It's feeling good. We're starting to catch rhythm again. Brad, first question for you now, because what I love with this is, and the charts always show me something in either way, and it can either show me a big move to the upside or a big move to the downside or a small move. What happened yesterday with the news? What are you feeling with what has happened? And that helps a lot with me. Where's the fundamentals sitting at? How are you feeling fundamentally? Because that also, I love how we can start incorporating the charts with how we're feeling fundamentally, and it gives us good ranges, and it basically sets a beautiful picture for us. I think before we start off with that, what are you feeling, bud? What are we feeling with it? How did it go? I can't really find much on it. The market hasn't reacted much.
Interesting. So, they say in a bull market, the market doesn't respond to bad news. And in a bear market, the market doesn't respond to any news, let alone good news, right? So for me, the real test as to whether you're in a bull market or a bear market is how well is the market responding to news. Now, when you look at the good news, the market is responding to good news. But when you look at bad news, the market's not responding to bad news at all. Where are we with the bull? As I understand it, and it's technical and complicated, but they delayed the vote until Tuesday. And it looks like they're only voting on potentially a bad outcome for crypto. So this is not there can't be a good outcome for crypto. So I would have expected the market to take a very big pullback. Not very big. I said it'd probably go back down to 40,000 Ethereum, back down to 2750, but it didn't. Which kind of says to me, well, the market doesn't give a shit. The market's in a bull market now. Bull market, we ignore negative news. We go straight into, it's all about sentiment. Richard Hart said something to me, which I won't forget. And he said to me, the market moves by the technicals. And then we look for news to justify what the technicals. So he says it's actually 100%. The technicals that are driving the market. And then what we do is we look for news. We look for news to justify what the technicals are saying. Now, bad news doesn't justify today what the technicals are saying. So it's not going to move the market. Good news would justify. And I think the market's now looking for the good news.
Exactly. So it's crazy how the chart will give you a reason that something's coming, and then we always find the news after. So big thing, obviously, Bitcoin. We hit beautifully. We were saying on Saturday we need Bitcoin. I just wanted it to just poke past. I knew we were going to have rejection here. Reason being is the big thing, just double tap, there we go, is we had quite a bit of bearish divergence on the daily. We can see over there we did have some bearish divergence, higher high on candle print and lower highs, which meaning that, remember guys, also another little, sorry, let me just take that off so doesn't make any noise. But remember that when we are trading, all of a sudden the market starts exploding to the upward side or to the downward side. Always make sure you're running the RSI with it. You want to see that the RSI is doing exactly what the candle print is doing. So now the little red candle that we started getting in the small pullback we started getting, which is getting turned around quite quickly, was because of this bearish divergence on the daily. And it does have a chance, obviously, if price continues up and we can finally get a higher high in the RSI to delete that bearish divergence. But we knew there was going to be some sort of rejection here. And I think what's lovely now is obviously we know the news has been moved to Tuesday. And what's great about that, Ran, is we know that there still can be a negative effect on the market or anything, and which means we can start prepping on both. And you can see how simple it is with Bitcoin now that we got rejection at 200 moving and we got rejection at this key resistance level over here. And we knew there's obviously going to be a lot of fights to the zone, and a short-term pullback is what we've been expecting. Saturday was saying that doesn't matter what this news right now is coming, I don't see a bigger pullback just yet. I see short-term pullbacks to support, come test support and continue the move. It's not like we've just been showing heavy weakness. The bulls have finally been fighting back. Remember, previously in this range that we were playing in over here, it was just so difficult for the bulls to take control, where now it's so hard for the bears to take control. And we can see that very clearly. So where I'm sort of sitting at with Bitcoin at the moment is I still feel we are going to hold at this little zone. I still feel we're going to fight this 200 moving average either through today, through tomorrow. I still feel there's a lot of resistance. There's a lot of selling pressure, I think, at this sort of zone, especially for retail. We know how important it is for us to break above that. And so do the bears. So the bears are always, the sad thing is, guys, not everyone is bullish in this market. As much as we think they are, there is a whole nother group of people called the bears, and they are going to be the ones always trying to bring the market down. And this is where they come into play at very key areas like this. So sitting with Bitcoin now, I'm basically still looking at a test of support, same as you, Ran. I would love to know that indicator you got in that brain of yours. But I'm still seeing a small pullback. And then I actually had a look and I was like, wow, okay, this is previous resistance. Okay, we broke through it. And we did actually come now with this little candle down, and we have actually come and tested a support. Now, meaning by that is if I take that little wick over there and I just draw a line, do you see how what we call a RS flip, breakthrough, test, and now we're starting to get a very powerful candle to the upward side. Now, what does that mean now if we break through this 200 moving average? The next target that I have is definitely the $48,000 to the $50,000 region. We do know in between we are always going to be getting these short-term pullbacks. Okay, so knowing that we got to this area, I wasn't shy to take some profits from our alts, which is a good thing because now you can see all the alts we took profit on are cheaper than what we took them, which means we go buy back now. We go buy back more coins than what we had previously. That's a success. That's always a success trade. But we do know at any point we are going to have 2-3 days of just a pullback. The main thing is, are we healthy? First thing, investment-wise, I think we are very healthy. I think next 2 months, 3 months, I think we're going back for all-time. Well, I'll say close to the highs that we had. Maybe break of all-time high this year. I am still pretty confident with that. But this market is turning just so bullish. Technical-wise, I still think investor-wise, we're very good. Short-term, if we do not get above, like we were saying yesterday, Rand did tweet out there. It's very important to follow us on Twitter, guys, because it does give you those key little nuggets. We need the candle close today to close above that 200 moving average. The same thing we said from Saturday. Come on, Bitcoin. We need Bitcoin to close at least 45,500. Yeah,
it doesn't need to be today. It just needs to be before we break the trend line. So that trend line still has probably two days left in it. So we need to break that 200-day moving average in the trend line. If I remember correctly, just if you zoom out, I think this is going to be the third time that we tested, right?
That we have tested the trend line.
Was it the second or the third time we testing the 200-day moving average?
Now we're only testing it our second time now.
Second time. Okay, so second time.
Recently.
Generally, in this bull market, generally, it's the third time where we break the trend line. That's what had happened on Ethereum. So kind of like I'm looking for third time, test the trend line, break through it. Maybe fourth time, test the trend line, break through it. I don't think that it's logical to expect us to break the trend line immediately. This is a big resistance. The thing is,
Ran, the longer we hold here, is the easier we're going to break through it. The only time that they're going to be scared now is all of a sudden we start getting candles to this side, to the downward side. Then they're going to start being scared. Okay, people are going to start getting nervy. But the longer we just hold right under the line, guys, we can smash through at any point. Remember what's happening now is you've got a very key critical level in the market, which means there's a big selling wall there. A lot of retail guys, a lot of guys if you keep hitting that wall, eventually the breakthrough, and we can see that's when the strong acceleration starts to come through. Same way that previously, I think it was last year, where we had the moving average, hit it, didn't get through. But as soon as you smash through it, then obviously you have the strong acceleration. So I do think there is still a lot of selling pressure that is here now, short term. Now playing off your rules. So you're thinking nothing can come good from this next thing on Tuesday, right? Now, what will help us with that is obviously the support trend line. So all that I'm seeing is even if we do smash through at any point now, we smash through to the 48, 49, I still see us coming and testing this again at any point, just a little pullback. Now, obviously this news, we know that there is big news, and we sadly, if the news is big enough, it can really affect the market big at times, which means it's beautiful that we can just put a single trend line in. We can keep trading as soon as we are touching supports. And all that we are doing is making sure we are trading stop losses as we start under the trend line, as we start progressing.
The news is in the market. I mean, there is a vote. The vote can only be on a bad bull. There's no good bull. It's a bad bull or no bull. We know a bull's going to come, so we kind of know that it's a bad case scenario. And if you look at the bad case scenario, Bitcoin don't care. Look at what happened.
Chart Riser doesn't care right now.
Well. What we've seen, though, is we have seen something quite interesting. Remember, proof of work is excluded from this bull. Ethereum's come down a lot more. Bitcoin dominance has gone from 46 back up to 47.5. The fear and greed index has gone from greed yesterday, 74, back to 65. So the market has come, we have had a kind of a, you want to call it a pullback in sentiment, where people have gone back to Bitcoin. They've started selling a little bit of their alts. They're not as excited, and that's great. You know why that's great? Because it's signs of a healthy market. It's signs of a market that's going up slowly. It's signs of not a leveraged market, right?
But you know what I see right now? I see people turning their alt profits into Bitcoin and not turning it into USDT, and that's a big thing. That is a healthy part in the market, definite. But remember what we said now. So here's dominance, guys. So we knew. We can't say trend lines don't work. It's just amazing how we bounce at these perfect areas. And remember what we said. We painted the picture. Little pullback in the market. The alts are going to have a little bit of a catch-up. We saw that clearly. Okay, the market's turning around quickly now. We'll go through that now. But a little push up in dominance. Go for it, buddy.
So I said, don't take profits on Bitcoin. Take profits into Bitcoin. And that's
best
exactly
thing you've said, Ran. Best thing you've said, buddy. That's the best thing you can do.
And I'll tell you where that came from. Yesterday, I had I was listening to one of BitBoy's streams, and he was saying, no matter how high Bitcoin goes, I keep taking profits. And I was just thinking to myself, if you really believe in this movement and you really have conviction that the US dollar is an absolute shitcoin and that the US dollar money supply is being printed and devaluing, why in your right mind would you take profits on your Bitcoin? And why would you take profits into US dollars when the whole thesis is that the US dollar is a piece of shit, which it is?
Yeah, you're not a true believer then if you're doing that.
Exactly.
If you're turning everything to Bitcoin, you're a believer. Definitely. I think that's the best strategy still. And that's where it becomes powerful again, Rand, that as this progresses again, we're going to start getting to BTC pairs again. We're going to start as soon as we have the clear direction, because I still think this is going to happen. Let me tell what your brain indicator is telling me, Rand. But we said, bounce over here, small pullback. I don't see the higher high. We got the higher low, and I see the crash of this trend. I do. I'm seeing the crash of this trend. I think Ethereum is too bullish. I think the alt market is just very, very bullish right now. And I think they are going to roll. And you know what I'm sort of feeling with the dominance? We keep thinking that we need a big collapse. We need dominance for the alts really to have alt season. We need the alts to the dominance to fall to 30 or to. Sorry, I'm not. Was it echoing there? Now, we keep thinking that this has to fall all the way down here to have alt season. Guys, can I tell you what's one of the best things we can have for the next year is for dominance to do this. If dominance can do this for the next year, it's the best thing that we can look at, because you can have Bitcoin pump, break to 50, break to 60. Then it's cool down stage. And you're going to have Ethereum pump, go to 5,000. You can see how what this does is it actually gives turns for both. For Bitcoin to have its time, for the alt to have its time. For Bitcoin to have its time. So the fact that we are getting that and we're starting to have this sideways market, you can see how one day Bitcoin's performing, the next day the alts are performing. And I think that's still one of the best. We keep thinking that we need this dominance to collapse. I think the healthiest thing for dominance is if we can run completely sideways for the next year in this range between 40 and 50 and just completely move there. So guys, I'm still having the feeling that we know now Bitcoin's now chasing that 200 MA again. Until we have that, this dominance is not going to turn. Until there's a decision made, we are not going to have this dominance turn. And what I am thinking is if Bitcoin does break the high we made yesterday or the high we made, the last high we made now, I do see 48 quick. I see this dominance shooting up, then obviously a small pullback, and then I see the alt time to catch up. So I'm still on this page where the alts are still going to have the massive leg up. And I honestly I wouldn't be surprised to see Ethereum at $4,000 in the next few weeks to come. And maybe even a lot quicker. I don't think anyone expected, except Freddie, our man. Freddie, where are you, Freddie? Are you there, buddy? Well done on your damn call. What did you say? You said Ethereum will be $3,000.80 by Sunday. What did you say?
I said 3080. How high did it go?
It went a little bit higher, just under 3.2, but geez, dude, we were still sitting at like 2.6, 2.7.
I stuck to the plan. I said 3080. I flipped it right there. I know it went higher. I was just waiting for a pullback. I don't think we're going to get 2.7. I think the market.
My tinglies are going off. I'm starting to get those tingles. We need to get a Fred Tingles as well. We need to get a Fred Tingles.
A little penguin flappers doing the tinglies.
No, brilliant. Awesome. So I think, Rand, to sum it up here quickly. Go for it.
Before we go there, just the way I see this playing out is in the positive scenario, Bitcoin breaks the 200-day moving average, which just go back to the Bitcoin chart. I just want to show you how well this correlates. So Bitcoin breaks the 200-day moving average. So maybe retests the yellow line, but breaks the 200-day moving average. Now go back to dominance. When that happens, at the same time, exactly the same time, the dominance breaks the yellow line downwards. Because then people say, okay, Bitcoin's breaking up the 200-day moving average. Altcoins are going to start running and people are going to get confidence. We've seen this in the last month where Bitcoin moves up $100. The altcoins go on these ridiculous, incredible, amazing rallies. Some of them have been doubling, double your money man Rand coins, all the ones that I showed.
I think it's actually triple your money Rand right now. But yeah,
some of them have been really good. So that's the next thing that happens. That's the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario is, I don't really see the bearish scenario because I think it would have played out already because everyone now knows this is a bad bull. But we could
bearish scenario is this one, yeah. My opinion.
40.
Yeah, 40 is the bearish scenario for me. There's too much bullish segment right now. We are flowing. People are coming back. I don't see us falling through that. So there is going to be a pullback. There is going to be a pullback at some point, definitely. But like I was saying, a 10% Bitcoin pullback and a 15, 20% pullback in the alts.
All right, let's look at some of the alts.
Cool. So let's have a look now. Ethereum, guys, where we're sitting at with Ethereum, we did hit a very critical level. And if Bitcoin obviously breaks through that today, I don't see us smashing this level for Ethereum just yet. So we started taking a little bit of short-term trading profits in the zone over here. And I'm still waiting to catch it, like you're saying, Rand, between 2,750 to 850 is that little pullback. Reason being is, guys, that is a massive impulse wave. A short little pullback to come test support makes sense. And that's where I want to be capitalizing. And why the power of using the strategy works is because firstly, we caught it on a beautiful break. We were talking getting into Ethereum. Our last buys on Ethereum was $2,100, $2,200, rallying that up to a 48% gain in the week. And then all of a sudden taking a little bit of profits on your short term. And now even now, you're buying another 4 or 5% more Ethereum. But even back to the zone, you are now buying back 11 times. Do you see how you're starting to compound dollars and you're compounding coins? And that's still the best strategy to use in the bull market. So with Ethereum, it can definitely come test the 3,200 again.
Your own community here is going crazy about you.
End him now.
End him. The people are saying end the stream. Sheldon's using a trading view.
No, you guys are on me. Thank you.
It's not me. It's the community. It's the community.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. I see I still got my drawings on from Saturday. So same thing. You can see where my target is, the target zone, and you can see obviously where I'm still sitting with that zone. So where I'm sitting at with Ethereum is I still see the pullback, and I want to be obviously adding more to my position. And I'm going to be a little bit more patient. I know we're at a critical stage now. When we're at critical stages, I never ever just FOMO into the market. Guys, to FOMO into a critical stage, it's a 50-50. We can get rejected from the 200 and we can obviously break it. But what I do know is that any time we do, let's say, turn bullish and Bitcoin all of a sudden pushes and we start breaking, guys, by me selling over here a small portion and by us breaking through, coming and testing support, it's very easy for me to buy exactly what I had and continue the journey to the upward side. So looking at Ethereum and where we're sitting at with Ethereum right now, I'm still seeing a little bit of rejection at the targets, and I'm still waiting for that pullback. I'm still pretty confident on the 10-15% pullback in the market, guys. I'm still, especially for alts, and that's just a short term. It's not an unhealthy. It's not anything like that. I do just see it being a short term. Now I've lost there we go. And reason being is, have a look here to Ethereum. I'm using Ethereum fully as my altcoin indicator. I think right now, Ethereum is the king of alts. Whatever Ethereum's doing, the rest of the alts are going to start following by. And where we're looking at here is it makes sense that Bitcoin's now going a bit solo today, is because we are having a little pullback from Ethereum to BTC pair, and we're just coming to test support. What you got there, buddy?
Rect Capital says, the last time ETH performed a weekly close above the orange was in late April 2021. What followed was a phenomenal rally to all-time high. ETH has once again performed a weekly close above the orange area. And that is from Rect Capital. So I don't know if you can see that chart. Let me know what you think of it.
100%. I agree with it. What I see Ethereum doing, like we did now, we went from 2.2, we went to 3,200. Small pullback to 2.7, we go to 3.6. Small pullback to 3.2, we go to 4,000. I literally see it just having this natural wave. It must not have a blow off top wave. It mustn't have this crazy where Ethereum is $5,000 in 3 days. If it goes too fast, it won't last, and we do know that in the market now. That's bull run, that's blow off top territory. So same with this, Ran. It's okay. Ethereum's having a day or two of cooldown. I still feel if Bitcoin has a bit of rejection, the Bitcoin's still obviously going to be of choice, and we are still going to have this little pullback. But after this pullback, after the small little pullback that we get, guys, I see a massive explosion from Ethereum, taking us back to the previous highs we made when Ethereum was at its all-time high. And obviously looking at the Ethereum dominance, we literally just, let me just get that more clean there. We are just having a natural little pullback, and I still see Ethereum go to 25%. I don't think anyone understands how big this next move is and how big these moves are and how Ethereum is going to really start catching up market cap wise to BTC, because Bitcoin still having a look bigger picture. This is how I paint it. I paint it moving slowly up to these zones, making its way slowly up, slowly, bit of sideways, and then eventually crashing through, and then obviously continuing. In this stage in the market is where I see Ethereum completely catching up a lot. And it's altcoin time, and then obviously Bitcoin time from that. So what does that mean now, guys? We've been talking about all the alts. Let's go back before I get murdered. Okay, now still the same thing with all of them. You can see BNB. I'm looking at Cake. Cake is nearly at my small TP zone. I still want to catch it back in these zones, but we look at the normal ones. You know, Dot. Let's get in there. Dot, I'm still waiting for these zones. So even though we are now, the problem is now we're in mid-range. So for anyone to be FOMOing into the market now, you got a possible 20-30% to the upward side, and you got a possible 20-30% to the downward side at any point of entering right now. So we have come off a very strong impulse. So I'm still being very patient with obviously my shorter term trades and what I'm looking at. But now what you need to be doing is you need to start listening to the fundamental shopping list. I don't know if you got that list there, Ran. It's so important that when these next pullbacks or any big pullbacks that happen, that you are putting your... Yes.
That's what we're talking about in the next show. The next show is actually all about how I'm selling ETH. So that's I'm selling ETH today. And I'm going to show you guys why. Yes, I'm selling my ETH. That's what I'm doing today. And I'm going to show you guys why I'm selling my ETH. Well, Sheldon and I are going to show you why we're selling ETH. Sheldino, can we degen a little bit?
Let's do it, please, buddy. We've been through a lot of these coins. It's the same thing, guys. If you did miss out, go watch our Saturday show. All of the entries are there. Everything's there. Let's degen.
Let's get in. Let's degen. Charlie 3. Remember we called Charlie 3, I think it was over the weekend on our emergency stream. We looked at Charlie 3.
And we called it at 1.1.
1.1.
Where are we looking now? How are we looking? I haven't even seen. 1.87.
Much.
Guys, you can't tell us we are not good when this damn bull market. This was even the drop. When was it? Saturday? When was it? Friday that it came up from someone. And it literally had this big red candle, and we were literally in that zone. We said, guys, retest, go. And look at that.
You called it, bro. I think you called it on Friday morning, if I'm not mistaken.
That's huge, guys. That's nearly double your money.
Much
very, very, very good.
Much volume, many honor.
Okay, question is, if anybody isn't in Charlie 3, doesn't look like a chart you want to be buying right now, right?
So it's simple, guys. Have a look here. So if you missed a coin, you missed a pump. You go take this, you just go track your support, and whenever we come down to test that support again, you buy. Very simple. Don't FOMO in now. You're entering wrong. Wait for a small pullback. Anytime we touch support, you're in.
Much honor. Donkey. We called it a 23. What was it? 23 when we called it? 23 cents.
Yeah, I saw Donkey's actually had a beautiful run. Where are we sitting?
Haters are going to hate, but at the same time, those who bought it made 50% in. Look, there's the level. We spoke about it.
Literally. And there it goes. And remember, still, that's why. So that's obviously accelerated. Any small pullbacks to supports. Oh, sorry. Terrible. Any small pullbacks to supports, if you can catch it now. Otherwise, you have to let this wave run. Have a small pullback. But remember that we are still obviously catching this as investors. We're still catching this at very early days. So the next pullback on Donkey is definitely one to take advantage of.
Okay, Sheldon, do you say that based on the rally over the last week, if you've made good money, there's no point in really entering any trades at this point? That you'd rather wait it out for the full retrace before you re-enter?
Yeah, you can't now. You're 50-50. You're gambling. It's red or black. Literally, we're at that stage now.
No, it's red or black if you don't look at fundamentals. So I'm applying both things. I'm going, hold on. There are certain coins that fundamentally I think are about to run, and then I'm just correlating that back to the charts and saying, fundamentally, is this the right time to be getting in? I'll give you a few of those that I think we should talk about. Before that, let's quickly go to Internet Computer, because another one of those, we told the guys to buy Internet Computer. I said fundamentally I wasn't happy with Internet Computer. You still said on the weekend, buy it.
Yes, by the break of resistance. And you can see, guys, this is why another little key thing as an investor or high time frame, whenever we've come off this little accumulation phase and we start, remember, when we do accumulation or we get to a bottom, we just make a sort of parallel channel. You make a sideways channel. And it's always important to be buying the breakouts of those resistances. And you can see now. So we've literally caught that big. And I literally see a strong acceleration to the $106. So so that's a good 70%. You know what I mean? So that was a great one on Saturday.
Another one that I'm looking at is Injective Protocol. So Injective Protocol has been slowly creeping up. You know, one of those tokens that no one looks at. And then it just does its thing in the background.
Just see if I got it.
Also, fundamentally, very strong project. Very strong project. Bang. Oof.
Okay, so beautiful break. So all you're going to do, we haven't come and tested these supports yet as well. So that's it. You know what I mean? Just wait for that small little, this thing's still got legs. You're still catching it very early. And you can see, obviously, my next target point somewhere where I'm seeing it get to in the next month or two, next few weeks.
Let's look at Render, RNDR.
I think I got it here. Oh, this one we got beautiful. We literally got it beautiful. Beautiful.
Consolidating, it looks like it's consolidating at a new level now.
No, it is. It is. I don't think the high's in yet for Render. So this thing's still going. So where we're looking at 1.3, and we can even come test that 1.5, and then a decent pullback. So if you obviously got your entries, you know, at any point, if you're happy to turn some money into Bitcoin or any profits, but I do see a bit more upward side to these sort of levels, then a decent pullback, and then obviously the long-term investors start buying in again.
More profits, more Bitcoin, more profit, more Bitcoin. Let's have a look here. Anything else that I'm looking at from a fundamentals point of view where I think it's time to maybe ape in?
Guys, what do we got? Community, what do we got?
Let's look at gold. Something crazy happened on the gold charts this morning. I don't know if you have been watching, but gold
I don't even chart these things anymore. What is it? What is the ticker?
I think it's gold.
I don't actually. It's so bad how I don't even care about the normal stuff in the world anymore. This one.
I think gold futures would work as well. Well, let's try.
There we go.
I think the gold futures would work. Let's have a look.
Okay, is it there?
No, it's not that one. It would be closer to the top.
Okay, cool. Gold. Let's try this one. Try these two.
Yeah, let me give you a symbol.
See how they're looking at it. Cool. Oh, it looks like the right price. Oh, dropping gold. Jeez, that's quite a done. That's quite a candle, eh?
So there was a flash crash on gold.
Oh, it dropped the 200-day moving average. So what does that mean?
Not looking too good on gold.
Well, if I must be honest, if I had to chart, if I'm a chartist now, I would see gold go back to 1.5 anywhere in that region, and there can be a possibility of 1.3. That's obviously if something massive happens news-wise, but it's very simple. Take a trend line. So there's the first one. 1.550 to 1.6. Anywhere there, we drop that, obviously the 1.3.
Okay, let's look at Pundi X, which is that shit coin that you put me into and I forgot to sell.
I still have all of them, man. It was just when they did that damn fork. Let's just drop in here. Okay, cool. So this thing's coming off a consolidation. That's why I said, Ryan, we're still going to be going on holiday from this coin. I'm telling you, it's just obviously taking a way longer time than what we thought. But we've literally just come now off of accumulation phase, sideways phase. Now all we do, trend line in play, catch again on the bottom. So 1.2. We're starting to come out of the sideways phase after a big drop, which is good. Which means we slowly, over time, we just start progressing, and eventually we start forming the cup and handle to those sort of levels. So good time. Next pullback on Pundi is a good longer term, smaller part of your portfolio, a good longer term hold, good gains.
Okay, let's go into the comments. If you guys want us to chart something, we'll give the super chats the preference. We've got like 2 or 3 more minutes if anybody wants to give us some charts. Let me look at my magic watch list and see if there's anything in my magic watch list.
How's our trias doing? Freddie, are you out? Are you out of your trias completely?
No, bro. I bought back at like just below $3 around there. Let's have a look at it. 7. Oh, what?
Well, I have to say, you're not laughing now, are you?
My tinglies were going off. I could not do it.
Your tinglies. One that's still very early investment-wise. This is still early, Ran, because so what we've done here, and the same way with ICP now, guys, is you can see clearly, if I just take a horizontal line over here, you can see that perfect channel that we are forming there, and we obviously got the bottom half. There's that wick over there. We're playing in this channel. So the break of this is very important for Kusama because we don't have much support or next resistances until back to 370, 450 in that zone. So from the break of this trend on the daily, I see a very strong acceleration to the upward side. So investors definitely have a look, Kusama. It's looking good.
Okay, let's see if there are super chats. We'll take them. Oh, there are super chats, so let's quickly take them. Coco, Joe, I don't see the question. Chart Meta Hero. I think it's Hero, Hero. You wouldn't find it there. I think you'd find it on the shitcoin one.
Shitcoin one. While we're here, guys, Atom. This is daily. This is beautiful. Atom. I'm still very happy with Atom. So I must look over here. What's the ticker?
Hero, Hero. It's Meta Hero.
Hero. I don't see it. Hardware Heroes project.
Hero. Let me look up the chart symbol for you, and then that'll be the last one for today, guys. So please don't super chat anymore. Yeah, it's Hero.
That's weird. I don't see it here. Otherwise, I'll have a look and we can get back to it. Healthcare Heroes project.
I think it's not an Ethereum project, which means. Let's see.
Hero. I'll have to look where we can chart it.
Okay, we'll do that one tomorrow. Alrighty, guys.
Patience. Let's see what happens. 200-day moving average, lots of time. Enjoy it.
See you guys again later, where we will tell you why we are selling Ethereum. Oh, much interesting show. See you guys again, 10 a.m. EST. Until then, use the After Banter hashtag to discuss anything on the show. And trade well, make money, my friends.